Hi guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and on this week's video and my first part of the videos that I'm planning on doing for Vlogmas, I will be showing you how I attempted to do a couple of things around the house just to set up my Christmas decorations and have the house looking festive and feeling good. Yeah, so first part of all of this will be a wreath that I'm going to attempt making from an old basket that's been just lying in my cupboard, and a part of last year's Christmas decorations, which I will not be using this year as it's not really matching the theme that I'm going for. So everything this year for me inside the house is black, gold and white. Yes, so this part of the decoration is going to be from the outside of the house, so it's going to be a wreath that I'll be hanging outside the door, and which then won't really need to match that much into my in-house Christmas decoration theme. Now, in order to achieve a fluffier wreath look, instead of just gluing it straight directly onto the basket, I'm actually winding it around the basket round that I've just cut out. So this will have it be fluffier and fuller and rounder all the way through, without it having any gaps or any malforms or any such problems. So yes, this I did by just winding it through, and as I get to the end, it has kind of like a small metal piece that I'm going to pierce through and poke into the basket frame. To achieve the final look, I used about 3 pieces of tinsel ribbon, and after winding it up, I then also followed it up by adding some other ornamental decor such as jingle bells and a large ornament piece that is just plain plastic bells which don't make a sound, and they don't have any bells attached to them. Actually, it's just for decoration purposes. Creating this wreath did not require me to use any of my power tools at all. Like, the literal only thing that I used in making this was scissors. The rest of it was just handwork and a quick attachment onto my door using a small 2cm bit nail. So once I was done attaching the bell, I was here then ensuring that it's nicely secure and sitting tightly. I then followed this up by fluffing the rest of the wreath in place and removing all the stuff that was just stuck within the winding. So to have a fuller, fluffier look, I cut out the pieces that I used to tie up the bells to the wreath itself, so as to actually have the bell show through nicely. Here I was finishing it off, and this is the final look of my wreath attached onto the door. My next decoration item is this white Christmas tree that I bought from game stores. Now, there was quite a lot of hesitation and a little bit of sadness in me actually finally deciding on buying a Christmas tree. So initially the hesitation was the hectic prices that Christmas trees came out at this year. So I did want a black Christmas tree, but I was just not set on spending over $1,500 for a tree that I was going to be using literally for a week and putting away for the year, and not knowing whether I would be wanting that style or theme again in the following year. And yes, I may argue that, yeah, even though I don't want that style next year, I can sell it, but I won't be able to sell it for anywhere near the retail price of what I would have bought it for. So on the morning of the 12th, I decided to head out to game stores because I saw that they were having a couple of specials still going on, and I actually ended up paying 200 Rand for this 180 centimeters long, this tree, and it's got I believe they say like 365 attachments. I don't know if that's got anything to do with the number of years, the number of days in a year or what, but yes, it's quite full. It's a nice conical shape, and I did not have any trouble. It does shed a little bit, but it's not so bad and so much amount of shedding as expected of the lower end value trees. But yeah, I did actually quite enjoy putting this tree up. It wasn't so much of a hassle putting it together at all. It didn't require any hardware or power tools to put together, which was also quite a blast. So yes, there was no instruction manual, but it was quite an easy assemble job, and all you just really have to do is like loosen up the leaves of the tree itself, and then try to separate them as much as you can to achieve the final fuller look of the tree. So I will not be taking all the credit to the decoration part of this, as I did have helpers. So yes, my two girls were there and they helped me put up the decorations on the tree. All I did was just coordinate some of the color placements and hook the thread through the bobble holes so they can be able to attach the bobbles onto the tree. So unfortunately guys, my camera actually died while we were filming, and I did not even notice because we were so stuck in and glued into what we were doing that you couldn't see the rest of the decorations go through. So the first bit of decorations that they actually did put up on the tree were also recycled from the previous year's decoration, and I only bought one set of bubbles from the game stores, which also was like 150. It was marked down again. So this one had the black, matte black and gold decorations in the set. I don't know if it's gonna come up on the screen or not, but yeah, that's the part that I did buy for today's decorations. And yeah, oh yes, that's the one I bought. It's got metallics, blacks and matte black bubbles in it. So yeah, that's what I attached today as new ornaments on the tree. And I did also add ribbons at the end, which I did already have at home from other DIYs and other gift wrapping projects that I was doing. And that's it for me today, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and please do subscribe. Bye.